what was new this time around is that we have seen increased military interoperability between the two navies. We look at the exercises that included anti-submarine warfare, which is something that will usually be done between close partners. And that, of course, bring to question, the ongoing and enhancing strategic convergence between Moscow and Beijing when it comes to, the broader relationship towards the US and to Japan. So I think that these, long-standing strategic convergences that took place sometime around the early 2000s had somewhat borne fruit for the two nations, and therefore it is reflected in the more recent intensification of their military interactions, including exercises on land and also missile defense command post exercises.
There seems to be a hardening of this line dividing, I guess, what we can call the authoritarian communist states from the more Western or democratic states.
I think based on the existing circumstantial developments, I think there is a somewhat apparent line that was drawn between, what we will call the democratic free world and the authoritarian set of nations. And in fact, if you look beyond, China and Russia, we have seen convergences between these two countries with other like-minded countries such as North Korea, and not to mention Iran. I think, just earlier, there was a joint exercise in the Persian Gulf area that took place involving the Chinese Navy, the Russian Navy, and the Iranian Navy. And I think that is a reflection of the, growing strategic convergences between these countries, that reflects broadly their common understanding and common approach regarding how they view, the world as it is, how it should be ordered. The so-called rules-based order, is a debatable term, and therefore this group of nations view it in a somewhat different manner from what, for example, the US and its allies have been viewing for a long while.